Guys, it's Trish back with another video. Today we're going to make a fun snowflake. I just got these wooden snowflake bases at the hobby store, but you can get any shape you want. But for today we're going to do the snowflakes. I'm going to use this button mix from Dress It Up Buttons called Snowfall, and also the Sequins and Stardust bead shaker from Dress It Up Buttons as well. And this one is called Winter Crystal. So let's get started. Okay guys, so I went ahead and painted my wooden snowflake white. I got all in between the little crevices. It does not have to be perfect. I'll probably go back and redo my sides and then paint the back later on once everything dries. But I wanted to get, once I painted and dried, so we could work on our project. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take some Mod Podge and I'm going to brush it on to our snowflake, and be liberal with it because what we're going to use to put on top of this is a thicker glitter slash sequin bead mix. So we want to make sure we get the whole thing covered, and we can get that'll grab onto the Mod Podge, so we want it to be nice and thick. And I'm just going to take my brush here and I'm going to wipe it on the side. And then I'm going to get a paper towel because I can see I have some drips going and I don't want it to look, you know, gross inside, down inside of it, you know. So I'm just going to take my dryer brush, I'm going to wipe here, and I'm going to just clean up some of those drips of the Mod Podge. If the glitter gets down inside on the sides too, that will only make it nicer. So we have that covered. Let's see how our sequins do. And then, like I said, we're using the Sequins and Stardust. So I'm just going to start generously covering our snowflake. And I do this on a piece of paper or something so I can gather up what's left and put it back in the bottle because this stuff is so gorgeous. You want to be able to use it over and over and over again. Okay, and then I'm just going to take, actually I need a little bit right there. And I'm just going to take this and just kind of tap it lightly with my fingers down in there, just like that. And then I'm going to pick this up and kind of bang it on the table to get anything loose off of it that is going to fall off on us or anything like that, and just kind of go around the edges and make sure you don't have anything hanging too far over the edge. Just cute, 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 isn't it? Okay, and I'm going to set this over to the side for a second because I see a couple more spots I want to get, and I'm going to gather up our sequins. Okay, so I put my sequins back in the jar, and I'm just going to take my brush with some more Mod Podge on it. A little bit of Mod Podge. I'm not going to go too crazy because I can just see some areas like on the tip of the snowflake here and there that I want to put a little bit more, have a little bit more coverage. I think that's pretty good. Be over here. I don't want to pull a bunch off by trying to get in there too much, and I'm just gonna take these again and just kind of dump them out on the areas. And it depends on how much you want it covered. You know, if you just want a very light covering, that's okay too. And then again, whoops, and then again we're just gonna tap in to those areas and tap this off, and you can see how cute that looks. I mean, that is so adorable. I love it. So you just, you know, for a holiday decoration, you could just set this on an end table or anything like that. I know myself, I have a snowflake theme this year, and I think that would be really cute. Okay, so let me gather this up, and then we'll get on to adding the buttons. So I have decided, looking through my snowfall buttons, that I just want to put a snowflake right in the middle because I really like the glittery parts. So I'm going to take this large snowflake, which comes from the snowfall, like I said, and it's already flat backed. So this could not be any simpler. and I'm just going to glue it in the middle. So first I'm going to add some hot glue to the center. Okay, that's plenty. Probably more than I needed, but this glue gun likes to do that. So, and then I'm just going to kind of set this up so I can tell where the center is and just lay that on there. Just like so. And the center-ish. If you're like me, nothing is ever perfectly centered, but so yeah, I think that's all we're gonna add on that. All right, guys, well, here is our finished project. Beautiful snowflake with sequins and beads and a beautiful snowflake in the center. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.